Hello and welcome to the Useless Wisdom Podcast, the only place you come when you want to get your mind off of some dumb shit and onto some other different dumb shit. I don't really have a story about last week because we really didn't talk about anything last week. I was pressing for an episode and recorded it the day of the release. So, yeah. Well, today we have Brandon on, finally, after a month and a half of, what have you been doing?
I've been here like 4 times.
Okay.
We just haven't recorded anything because you've been too busy outside in the backyard smashing shit with swords and hammers. Mostly fruit.
So what you're telling me is it's your fault.
That's what you generally turn it into, yes. Anyway, that's not what it's about. This is going to be the best episode we've ever done or the worst episode. We're going to see where it goes. First, tell us what have you been doing off screen? You know, let's catch up on
that wasn't the question. The question was what you've been doing. And you've been avoiding doing the podcast.
I've been all right, he's wrong for one. He's not right. I haven't been avoiding anything. All right. The only thing I've been doing on my days off is fishing. All right.
And you haven't caught a single fish.
You didn't catch one either.
I caught like 3 fish when we went. I went one time for like 5 hours. Well, we had a little girl bitching
for like
in the
5 hours.
In the background, we had a little girl bitching about, I want to go home. I was only planning on being here for like 2 hours. You know exactly who I'm talking about, Jacob.
Well, you caught one fish on your pole, but you did not reel it in. Jamie did. Your maid.
And I caught a couple bluegill.
You did not catch a couple bluegill.
Yeah, I did. And that's why you were getting mad. Remember when I was like, hey, Brandon, look at this? And you're like, all right. And then you go over to, the fucking tackle box and you start ripping shit out of the tackle box. You're like, I was going to catch this fish before we go home because you were so butthurt.
All right. Here's the issue, though. All right. I was wearing sunglasses.
That said real tree fishing on them. He was fully studded up. Yeah, he was fully laced up with all the fishing gear that you can get from Walmart.
Now, here's the secret. All right, you guys at home may not know this. All right, your Uncle Brandon is about to let you in on something. If you wear a hat and sunglasses, all right, hold on, let me. Secret. All right, look around you before I say this. Make sure there's nobody around you else that can hear it. All right, if you wear a hat and sunglasses, that's an extra 10% every time you cast the pole to catch fish, automatically, right off the bat. All right. If you wear a shirt that's called a swimming shirt that has a place for you to hook stuff onto, there's an extra 5% at least. All right. On a Monday, it might be 7%. Anyway, that's an extra 17% right there. Bam. Right off the bat. Just from wearing the right attire.
Whatever sales associate was telling you this shit, they were a very good salesman. That's all I got to say.
No, it's me. I do this. I run it up, all right? I'm the one who sells stuff, all right? If you wear boots that are not name brand, especially if they're boot shoes, that's an extra 10% to catch fish every time you cast, all right? We're up to 25,
I'm about
27%.
Sick and tired of listening to this dumb shit that's just coming out of your mouth.
No, we're up to like 27% here, all right? Now, unfortunately, I don't have the off-brand boots, so maybe that's why I didn't catch one, all right? And apparently, if you dye your hair blonde, that stupid fucking color, you got an extra 75% to catch fish because it worked for you. I don't know. That's just me.
I'm being harassed, and I don't like it. So we're going to change this.
You haven't seen harassed yet, boy.
I feel very attacked right now, and I don't like it.
Well, the point is Brian sucks at fishing. And
get away from the mic. Usually I have to tell you get closer to the mic, but get away from... You're like so fucking close that they probably didn't even hear a word that you just said.
Next damn topic. You're pissing me off. All right, on to the next one.
Well, I didn't really have a topic, but I got Lasik.
Well, that's something you might want to talk about.
There's not really anything to say other than...
Well, walk me through, what was that process like? How did it come about for you to get LASIK? Who suggested it? How did that happen?
I've been wanting to get LASIK for a long time, but for one, it was super expensive, which it still kind of was expensive, but insurance covered a little bit of it. Not a lot, very little of it. But, I've been talking about it, and my mom was like, hey, we know this person that just got it. It's these 2 twins, and they went to this place, and they only have good things to say about it. So we just went for a to see if I could even get it. And then they were like, well, you qualify for the one where the guy doesn't even have to touch your eye. It's just all laser. And I'm like, well, hell yeah. Let's go. Let's see what this is about. So they give you the packet and stuff. And we scheduled the surgery. Literally I went in for just to see if I could get it. 2 days later is when my surgery was scheduled. That's how quick that the whole process happened. So they give you this pamphlet and they give you all this different stuff telling you, you need to read through this. When you get it done, you're going to have to wear sunglasses. You're going to have to put these eye drops in all the time. You're going to have to do all this different stuff. And then they don't tell you any of the bad stuff in the packet. Like not a like.
Well, why would they?
Well, after one of the things that I feel like you should know is like, well, after you get this, you're not gonna be able to drive at night for a good while. I mean, I'm still driving at night because man's got to go to work, right? But passing the cars on the road, especially if you get high beamed, it's just like white, and they dilate your eyes and stuff.
You're risking your life every time you pass a car at night.
Well, it's only been like a week and a half or something since I've got it, but it has gotten a lot better. I'll give it that, even though I can't tell if they're getting any better or what, because when I first got it, it was very, very blurry for like 3 days, and then it kind of went to, well, one eye's blurry and the other one's good, and then it's like switching back and forth, and I don't know if that is supposed to happen or what.
You should probably call your doctor about that and ask if that's normal.
I haven't been worrying about it, honestly. But
it can't get any worse than it was before.
I mean,
there's $4,000 in the hole for nothing.
There's more than that.
Well, no, and that's the thing. Like, there are people that get this done and it does nothing. Like, it actually does happen. So, like, that's something, like, keep an eye on that. Like,
well, they give you, the place that I went to, they gave a lifelong thing. As long as you go each year to get a checkup after the surgery, if it gets bad again, they'll redo the surgery for free.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, that's one good thing, but I feel like I had to make my mom promise me that, hey, if I go in to get this surgery and I go blind, there needs to be somebody there that's going to fucking kill me, because I don't want to live and not be able to see.
Hey, all right. For reference, he probably forgot I am half blind. I can only see out of one eye. Not that bad.
That's a lie.
No, it's not a lie.
You said it's just kind of blurry.
It's not just kind of blurry. I have like 10% vision in my left eye. Like,
okay, so you can still see. Okay.
All right, right now,
if you could not see, would you want to live?
If this were my vision out of my left eye and my right eye, and that's all I could ever see, no, probably not. I probably won't.
Okay, so then why are you
I would
taking
rather,
offense to what I said?
Because I would rather be completely blind than be able to see a little bit. Because if you're completely blind, you can learn to live like that. Like, you can't really learn to live like where you can kind of see shapes. Like, I'd rather just be completely blind. And something else I want to bring up. All right, you brought up that they gave you these special eye drops, right? All right. For the people listening and the people watching. For the people watching, these eye drops, they come in like packets of albuterol size. Like half the size of a packet of albuterol. And it's a liquid. It's eye drops. If you don't
that
know
was just one of the eye drops.
Yeah, and this is just one. It's like probably what, that big?
Yeah.
All right. So, and it's a twist top. You twist it off and pour it in your eye. Or drip, I guess. I poured it. Anyway, I'm sitting there and it's a little tiny thing. I'm thinking it's a single-use container, right? You're not going to use this and set it to the side and come back to it later. There's nothing to twist on top or anything. So I've got like about 3/4 of it poured into my eyeballs, and he looks at me and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm putting eye drops in my eye."
Even though I didn't have LASIK or anything.
Well, I had allergies. So you're like, "Here, man, try one of these." Now, at this point, the eye drop liquid is running down my face. My cheeks are filled, just covered in it. And he's like, "You're only supposed to use like 1/4 of that." And it's like, why would you, one, not have told that to me to begin with? And two, why are they not in single-use things?
You can tip it upside down and it doesn't come out. You really got to squeeze it to make it come out.
You didn't say that. Like, Now, granted, it didn't sting as bad as regular eye drops, but I like the sting. That's how I know it's working. That's like, you get a cut, you're not just going to throw some water on it. Nah, I'm good to go. You're going to pour some rubbing alcohol on it and cry for a little bit because of how bad it burns, but you know it cleaned out. That's like when you get an STD and your pee's burning, that's how you know the infection is going bad. You got to know, you got to have the burning to know.
All right, so did they help with your allergies or did they not? They were little preservative-free, like liquid tears. That's basically what they are, but they were super expensive because they were preservative-free.
No, it honestly did not help at all.
Well, it's just like pouring water in your eye, pretty much.
Well, I could have done that for free at the house. Come on now.
So back to like the actual LASIK procedure, they took you into the back there. The doctor wants to get out of there as quick as possible. He does not want to deal with your shit. So
and that's what he gets paid to do all day.
And you lay down in the thing. He fucking holds your head there. Well, I mean, I was hyperventilating. They give you like Xanax and stuff to calm you down. It was not working because right before I went in to lay down on that table and get it done, they were like, all right, I got to put these plugs in your eyes. She fucking pulls this needle probably like 14 feet long out of her fucking pocket, shoves her into my eye and was like, all right, this is going to be the one plug. And it's like, pop. And they do the other one. Pop. And then she's like, all right, so you're not going to be able to cry or anything for like 60 to 90 days. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just let her prevent me from crying. That's why you have those eye drops. So you can drop them in your eyes and wet your eyes. Right?
Oh, okay. Well, you act like they were like for an issue, like allergies. If you were to get allergies,
no, I said that they've been keeping away my allergies. Like I haven't had anything with my eyes.
He's told me that, so I was like, oh, it must help with my allergies. And you're like, nah, it's just I can't cry, so I have to do this. Like, what do you mean plugs?
I don't know what they look like. It was on the tip of a needle.
Was it like on right on the inside of your nose? So they were plugging up your tear ducts. Is that what they did?
Yeah.
Okay, because you said your eye, not your tear duct.
Well, it's still in your eye.
Well, no, that's like almost your nose. Like I see what you're saying, but like I can touch your tear ducts. Like, I mean, I can touch my eyeball, but I'm not going to. That's kind of weird.
Either way, so they do that right before you go into the surgery, and then they're like, so do you know everything about it? And it's like, well, is there anything I should know? And she's like, well, you took that Xanax, so it should calm you down a little bit, but you do know that there's going to be a good, minute and a half where you're going to be completely blind. Are you fucking pulling my balls right now? You have got, like, it scared the fuck out of me, okay, when she said that. And then I started, like, freaking out. And obviously, we got this bullshit COVID stuff going on right now, so you have to wear a mask. So I'm sitting there like fucking itchy as shit because the only mask that I had with me was one of those ones that have like all this fucking like fluffing from pillows on the inside of it, kind of. So it's like real stringy. So it's sitting there and it's like fucking itching. Yeah, and it's getting in your mouth and stuff. And you're like, you're trying to get it out because, oh my God. Anyway, so you go in there and they tell me that. They bring me in there and the doctor's like, all right, I'm going to have you sit still. This is going to, you're going to feel a little pressure here. And then he fucking takes this thing.
I imagine it was like an ice cream
like
scoop.
A tong. It was almost like tongs. Because like you squeeze it and then it closes it and then he puts it on your eye and then he lets go of it and it
so it's like
pushes out your eye.
It's like it expands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it basically pops your fucking eye out, right? And you can still see.
Ah, man.
And they cover up one eye
at a time.
So this one eye is black and the other one is the one that they're working on. So I wonder what it would look like since he popped out my eye, if they were both open. Like, could I see straight here and then also see in the hall next to me, like at the same time? What do you think? Like, I could see the ceiling, but I could also see this bitch over here playing on her phone.
Well, like the way you told it to me is that was when you first went blind. So I didn't realize that.
Well, no, I didn't go blind when he popped it out.
That's what I thought. From the way you told me the story before, is that's when you could stop seeing. Is when they popped it out. Like that disconnected it. I didn't know, like, it's flopping around and you're like,
Well,
can
it's not
still
flopping
see.
around. It's like being held there.
By
right?
what?
By those tong things that I was
The
just talking about.
depressors?
I guess they pull your eyelids back. Like it
Okay.
stretches your eyelids open or
So
whatever.
it's not like popping your eye out.
It goes underneath your eye for like a platform, I guess.
Okay.
And then this other machine comes over and like presses, squeezes your eye, like the top of your eye. And I guess it's to hold it still or whatever.
So the lasers don't like
Yeah.
fry your cornea?
Yeah, and then you hear like zzz, and then as soon as it gets done doing the zzz thing, bam, you're fucking blind. And then he's like, okay. And then he takes those things that were holding your eye there. He takes that out. The machine comes off and everything. He puts the patch over top of your eye, and you can't see out of this eye at all. But
So,
he puts that patch
is your
over
eye
your eye.
back into your like eyelid or not by now? So
Yeah.
does he pop it in by hand or does it just fall back into?
I was freaking out the whole time. I told you this, so I remember.
You have no clue.
Yeah. I was like literally sitting there hyperventilating, like I was saying. And either way, so the eye goes back in there, and you can't see out of it at all. He puts the little patch thing over top of it, so you can't look out of that eye, which you couldn't fucking see out of it anyway. So I don't get it. Maybe you didn't put the patch over top of it.
You don't know.
I have no idea. Then he does the other eye, does the same thing, so you're blind in both eyes. Then you're like, the table you're sitting on is motorized, and it throws you over to the other table or the other machine. And then he's like, enjoy the light show. And I'm like, I can't even fucking see. So how am I supposed to enjoy the light show? And then it makes sense later because it slowly starts coming back as this machine is going. That's all you hear, and you can smell like burning flesh because it's fucking laser in your cornea there.
Well, what did the first machine do though? Did it like
So-
remove a covering to like so the laser could get to your cornea?
Yeah, so the way that they explained it was it cuts a horseshoe shape out and it folds the flap back, and
So
then the flap goes back.
Okay. That
But
makes sense.
I think that it's probably something to do with the pressure of it pressing on your eye so hard, that machine, the reason why
You go blind.
you go blind.
That makes sense. That's
But then
scary.
it slowly starts coming back as that machine's going zoo, 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 zoo. And when he said enjoy the light show, I guess he's talking about as your vision's coming back, you see red, green, blue
It's
lights.
like when you close your eyes and you can still kind of see the light.
Well, you can see like a red light, a green light, and a blue light, and
'Cause
they're
that's the
like
lasers.
swirling around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so but that happened to both eyes. I sat up on the table after it was all done. And she's like, I know that was probably really scary for you. And I'm like, no shit, bitch. And I said that to her face.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't say
No,
that to
you
her
didn't.
face.
You're like, I'm fine, man.
I
Because imagine going through that and them not being like, "Hey, bro, you about to go blind," and they just plop you down, and it just like pops. You feel like it just pops your eyeball out, and then you can't see. Like you're probably sitting screaming, or now you're gonna be really calm about it. Like, ma'am, is there a reason why I cannot see? Like it's gonna be one way or another. If like they forget to tell you, like, oh, oops, I forgot to tell you, you're not gonna be able to see for a little bit.
Either way though, she sat up and she's like, I know that was probably really stressful for you, blah, 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 blah. But what does that time say on the clock over there? And I'm like,
I can't.
What
I
the
can't
fuck
read a
are you
clock.
talking about? Where am I at right now? I felt like I was in a different fucking world
Well,
because
yeah.
it was so blurry.
Was it-
and
Was it kind of like if like as a kid like you'd fall asleep in the car and then wake up in your bed like it was like because that's disorienting? Is that kind of how it was?
no, I knew where I was at.
So then why were you like, where am I?
No, I didn't. It was basically like, where am I? Because everything was like, it was
Everything
like my
looked
vision was
different.
so bad that like it's never been as bad to where I can't see this close, I can't see this far away, I can't see really far away. Everything all
Was
the way
blurry.
is just blurry as crap. Like blurrier than I've ever anything's ever been blurry before. All right. Yes,
I guess that makes sense.
So do you have any exciting stories you want to talk about?
Not vision related. They're usually depressing. related to the fact I can't see out of one eye.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say depressing because you bought all that fishing stuff and you don't know how to fish.
Oh, shut up. No, because the only surgery I had my tonsils taken out. I think it was like, what were we, 6th grade, I think. So what were we, like 11, 12, something like that. And I go in and they're like, look, like, I think it was like a week like a week or two that I needed off from school or something. And, they're like, your throat's going to be sore for a little while, but, you'll be fine. All right. I go in and I get there, they put me under. If I remember correctly, the dude was like, all right, you're going to start counting backwards from 100, and by the time you hit like 85, you'll be asleep. I didn't hit 96 and my ass was gone. And I woke up and I remember they pounded into my head that I was going to be in the recovery room when I woke up. And I get up, and I was a heavy sleeper as a kid. Like, I didn't care what was going on. Like, I'm going back to bed. I don't care about y'all. So I get up, and they're like, do you know where you are? I was like, recovery room. Bam! I fell right back asleep. And I got 2 words, and bam, right back to sleep. And then I remember, and then I woke up in, like, the recovery, not recovery room. I guess, what do they call it? Like, just a regular hospital room. And all that. I remember before the surgery, when the doctor comes in and talks to you, he's like, do you ever feel like you don't completely empty your bowels? I was like 11-year-old. I was like, no. He's like, do you know what that means? I was like, yeah, I know what that means. He's like, it's when you feel like you don't poop it all out. I said, no, dude, I'm fine. Like, I'm not retarded. I'm 12. It's okay. I understand. Anyway, so after the surgery, I'm in the bed. And I'm trying to watch TV. The only thing on TV was like the original Planet of the Apes from like 1968. And it's black and white. I'm like, I am 12 years old. We need to get some Scooby-Doo or some SpongeBob or something up in here because this ain't working. I mean, this just ain't doing it. Like, I couldn't stand it. So then for like a week after that, all I did was lay on the couch and eat sherbet. That's all I ate was sherbet. Man, my family's having pork chops and steak and potatoes and all this stuff, and that's what I like to eat. That's what I ate as a kid. And I think they're all just eating normal food. I'm like, man, this, you wait. You just wait. I'm putting all y'all in a nursing home one day. It's bullshit for this. Y'all deserve it right now. So I go back to school. Of course, we went, what was it? Ice rink skating? Is that what they call it?
I guess.
Ice skating? Well, originally, the date was like 5 days before the day I came back. So why would I get a permission slip signed for some shit I can't do? So I didn't. I ain't worried about it. I can't go. Why would I turn a permission slip in for something I can't go to? Guess what they did when I came back? My first day back.
They let everybody go?
No. Everybody else went ice rink skating because they pushed it back. Guess who had to sit in a room with a bunch of degenerates who had too many write-ups to go and write sentences for 8 hours?
And that's where me and Brandon met.
No, we did not meet there. Your lucky ass was probably talking to some skank at the ice skating rink. It's probably what you was doing. I've never been angry about a situation in my life. That was bullhunk. I mean, just like, y'all couldn't make an exception. Let me get a phone call. Dan, you get a phone call in jail. Like, this is worse than prison. This is bullshit. I'll never forgive our middle school principal over that.
I didn't like her very much. Talk about Miss Fesney.
You shouldn't say her name. Probably bleep that out. But here's my question. That out. Why would you get into a profession like that when to us, it seems like you don't like children? Why would any teacher get a job as a teacher if you don't like children? Or does being a teacher make you grow to hate children?
It probably makes you grow to hate children, but I just think that she didn't like kids at all. And the only thing I can think of is there really good benefits or is it good money?
It's not.
Especially if it's around here, I don't think that it's good money.
I don't even think their benefits are good.
Well, teachers are like shit.
Yeah, like they don't get paid anything. They don't get any benefits. Like I think they get like a discount on car loans. Like I think it's about all they get. It's through a credit union. That's really all they get. So why would you be a teacher? For the love of the kids? But then if you hate kids, why would you do it?
Well, elementary school teachers. Do you think that you can see that?
That makes more sense because it's like if you truly care about kids, that's probably where you're going is in elementary school because you get to like help shape the children. By the time they're in high school, if they're an asshole,
they're just going to be.
They're going to be an asshole as an adult. 9 times out of 10, not always. People can change, but you know what? Here's a good question: what teacher do you think made the biggest impact on your life in high school? I think I know who it is, but I'm not sure. Well, I think I know for you.
Mr. Doherty taught me how to swing a fucking sweeper.
You should not say that. You're bleeping that part out.
I'm not bleeping shit.
Well, yeah, I also had a teacher that got arrested for selling heroin. So we had some cash to carry.
Was there more than one teacher that?
No, there was only one.
I can't think of any teacher that actually made an impact on me.
You don't think Mr. John did?
He was the funniest to make fun of.
What? You were happier for having this class at the least. I don't know, because most of our teachers didn't really like you because you didn't really do anything in class.
Still passed.
Because they didn't want to deal with it next year.
Yeah, now, does that make a good teacher right there? If they're like, God, I don't want to fucking deal with this kid. I'm the only social studies teacher, and he's gonna have to come back to me. He's gone. I tell you what, you remember when that one teacher told me like I think I told you the story because I was almost positive you were in the class with me. But that social studies teacher, I can't remember what his name is, but it was middle school, probably 7th or 8th grade, where the teacher like he had a pocket knife or not a pocket knife, a knife that like goes on your belt. That's
like a hunting knife.
Yeah, like a hunting knife. And he like popped it out, and he's like, God, I just want to fucking kill you. You were in that class.
In there, but is it the one that got fired?
It was something about him looking down the girls' skirts or shirts. Or
I might remember that. I don't know if I was in that.
Do you remember what his name is?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not gonna say it.
Why? Maybe the podcast listeners can go look him up and see if they can find him.
I'm not gonna ruin the dude's life. He's already went to jail. I'm not gonna ruin it anymore. And we don't know enough about that situation to talk about it. For me, it was probably I would probably say my journalism teacher. Because that was almost the job that I went to college for. But I realized that college was expensive. So, not for me. Probably my journalism teacher. Probably. That's really it. Because I didn't have a lot of the same teachers year after year. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually, like, I took, like, these electives this year. I wasn't taking that elective again. I was doing something different. So, I guess that's kind of how I didn't really have that effect. Now, you ever have a teacher that you just absolutely hated?
Miss Funk. I hated that bitch. She called my mom into a parent-student teacher conference to be like, your kid is doing this, and this, and he's not doing his work. And look how many X's I have on this piece of paper that I just made so I could show you that, you know, he got these X's and he's not doing his work. She's like going through all that shit and all this stuff. I was like, okay, well, name something I didn't do. And then she'd name the thing. I brought my fucking backpack with me because I kept all the papers that had her fucking little check mark on it. Like, hey, bitch, yeah, you did. You fucking check marked it. So I did the fucking work. And she's like doing all this stuff. And then my mom was like, eh. And then we just left the meeting because my mom got fed up with the dumb bitch. And she fucking would always kick me out of class. She wouldn't even call the principal or anything. She'd just make me leave her class. It's like, okay, well, what am I supposed to fucking do now?
Where would you go?
Stand in the hallway. Or I would go to Mr. John's class.
Well, in her defense, wasn't that the class where
in her defense, she did have to take care of a son.
Right.
So she could just be fed up from that, and that's why
Was she the
She
one
acted
that
like it.
made Jacob go to a therapist?
No, that was different teacher. I like her, so I'm not gonna say her name.
I want Jacob to tell that story. That's a good story from Jacob about how he had to go see
I
a
think
therapist.
that he uses that as an excuse, and that's not actually the reason that he had to go to a therapist.
Well, no, that probably wasn't. But teachers don't have the power to make you go see a therapist. They don't. So.
Oh God, we're coming to a break, so we're gonna have to.
I got a teacher that I'll talk about after the break.
All right, we'll see you guys in a second. Maybe we'll have a sponsor.
No, he won't.
Walmart.
Brandon.
Eat fresh. And we're back. Brandon, you were saying that you had a story? You
Yeah. Well, not so much a story, just you talked about the teacher that you hate, which I probably shouldn't have said the name or talked about or something like that. But
It's not going to be bleeded out, so they know what you're talking about.
I know. I know they will. In first grade, I had a teacher. She was older, probably about 60, in her 60s. She's probably dead now. I'm not upset about it. She was the most hateful woman I have ever known.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
I don't think you do, because I don't think you've had her.
His name was Miss Lemon,
No.
but we called her Miss Demon.
No, no, that's not the one. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
Okay.
This woman, she was a Christian lady, but she was hateful. A young man in my class, man, remember, we were about 5, 6 years old, or 6 or 7. And he's like, she was yelling at him. And he's like, oh, God. And she got in his face and she said, don't you ever take his name in vain again. He's like, okay. And at another point, she would be yelling at me for some shit I wasn't doing and call me a different name. So I didn't know if she was yelling at me, but she was looking at me. Like, imagine I just started screaming, Jacob, but I'm looking at you. Well, what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna laugh? I did. That made her angrier. I'd be as close to the mic as I fucking want. And she was the most hateful woman I've ever known. She's probably dead. Good. Hated the woman. Only teacher I've ever had I didn't like. Ever.
Did you say who your favorite teacher was? Like, you said the most influential.
I said probably my journalism teacher was probably my favorite teacher.
I never had journalism, so I don't
They
know
wouldn't
what
let you in the
teacher.
class, bud. We signed up for that music theory class. They didn't let you in because your grade point average. So, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. We were both excited about that, but
Till I walked in and you weren't there. Like, oh, look at this. Such a surprise.
I would like to take this time that we have here just to say, if there's anybody from the Illuminati listening, I'm ready. We're ready. I think we're at a point now where
We're about to burst.
Yeah,
the bubble's about to burst.
Yeah, we need the okay, so you can let us just slide through the algorithm and start getting some listeners. We're at that point, all right?
All we need is people that want to listen.
But
all we need.
No, we need the Illuminati to say it's okay for people to listen.
Yes, because have they ever told you it was okay to listen to something?
No, but it's all controlled. The Illuminati controls the media.
Okay.
So
all right.
it's whatever they let through.
Fake news.
It's whatever they let through.
All right. Here's something to talk about. Why do you think it is people listen to one news source and only one news source when you know you're only getting what that news source wants you to hear instead of listening to multiple different ones? Or where do you get your news from?
I don't really look into the news unless it's something that interests me or someone's trying to argue with me about it. I have very strong opinions when it comes to certain things, and the only reason that I have those opinions is because I've done the research, so I at least feel like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like we talked about the 18th thing, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, so you do know what I'm talking about. All right. Well, like I said, I don't listen to the news. don't watch on TV. I don't watch ABC. I don't do any of that stuff. But I think that I don't want to say whatever channel that the person gets, but whatever they're accustomed to listening to, they trust that place and they understand that other people also trust that news source. So they're not going to put out anything bad. They're not going to put out anything that's wrong.
Why would they lie?
Yeah, exactly.
I see what you're saying with that. For me, I get my news from Reddit. So I get it from, both ends and, different articles. So I don't really just get it from one biased viewpoint. I still have my views. There's a certain orange man I don't like or agree with, but we won't get into that. I hate the Thing from the Fantastic Four. I can't stand them. If you're pushing me to talk about it, I can't stand them.
Well, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You normally don't. Anyway, why would you only want to get it from one point? That's like if I wanted to know about airsoft guns and I only listened to what you told me, only did what you said. You might be right 80% of the time, but I might be right 100% of the time if I got the other 20% from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So why would you lock yourself down to one news source? I just don't get it. Or people that, Fox News, ABC, my God, it's fake news. It does happen. They do lie to you, but don't act like your news station is telling the truth 100% of the time either,
I like how you brought that up because for a while, so I do, if I get a piqued interest in something, I do a lot of research and learning about the thing that piqued my interest, right? I used to feel so bad about, and I still don't feel like I'm like, oh, I'm really good at that, right? But it used to be to a point where I didn't like watching YouTube videos or like tutorials or whatever, let's say to use Photoshop or something like that. I used to not like to watch that and be like, well, if I was good at this, I would just be able to teach myself. That used to be a major roadblock for me.
Well, you can't be good at it until you watch those tutorials.
Yeah. But it's like, well, that person already knows that. And
it's because they watch somebody else's
better than
tutorial.
Yeah. It took me a while to learn that the professor that's teaching you in college is just one chapter ahead.
Yeah, somebody else taught him. He had a professor, and then that guy had a professor. Somewhere along the line, somebody might have taught themselves, but like if you're looking for the road, the quickest road to completion in a situation like that, you should just listen to what somebody else has to say.
And multiple people.
Not just one person. Like your professor might know 100% everything about a topic, but he physically is not going to remember 100% and be able to tell you 100% of the topic. Like this guy might know everything there's to know about Martin Luther King Jr., but he's not going to sit down and tell you everything. That's where if you're interested, do the research. All right, let's move on from this. I think we covered this one. We touched on something there. Just interested. What is your favorite, comic book character or superhero?
Superhero.
Top three.
I like Arrow. Okay.
The Green Arrow?
Yeah. He doesn't have any superpowers, but I had a dog named Oliver Queen. All right. He, like him. Okay.
Oh, that's where you got your dog's name from. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell by the Funko Pop Arrow figure. I don't know if you can see that, but sitting back there with Szechuan sauce and a bunch of Legos. Brian,
leave me alone. Fuck.
Brian is a closet nerd. Keep going.
I was really into Fallout stuff there for a while.
Well, you have a bunch of that up there, and you got a poster behind you.
I paid $60 a piece for 2 bottles of Nuka-Cola Quantum, the limited edition shit that came out in like 2015. Those 2 bottles up there? You see them? Those blue bottles?
Yeah, those 2.
Yeah. You can actually drink those. Those are real. They came out.
I wouldn't drink them now.
Oh yeah, it's been like I said, like 2014, 2015 when those came out. But $60 a piece for those fucking things.
Are
dude.
those official Fallout merchandise or?
Yeah, they teamed up with Jones Cola or something like that to make those. And when I was really into it, I
got really
those.
into it. You're like me. If I get into something, I get into it.
Yeah, just like with the fish, like with the fish and shit, and you got to wear all of the fishing gear. Look like a dad, don't know how to fish.
When I start fishing, I've probably spent like $300 on fishing stuff in the last week or two. Like I get really like when I get into like a book, like I want to read all the sequels right after, you know. That helps in some areas, it hurts in some. But let's get back to the topic. All right, so you said Arrow's your favorite superhero. Who's your other two?
Let's say all from the same universe.
They don't have to be. Why would I control you like that?
Well, Arrow, Flash, and that girl from the Flash series.
Isn't there like a female Flash?
No, it's not the female Flash. It's the girl that's icy. I forget what her name is.
Frost?
Killer Frost.
Yeah, Killer Frost.
I don't really think that's even a... Yeah. It's not really even a superhero, but...
Well, I mean, if that's your favorite, that's your favorite. I'm going to critique yours in a minute. I'll give you mine. My favorite, absolute favorite superhero would probably be Spider-Man. Let's say Spider-Man. Number 2 would probably be Luke Cage. I like Luke Cage. The Netflix adaptation of him. You know, the way that I think is that Michael J. White.
Are you talking about
No,
Punisher?
that's not Michael J. White. No, Luke Cage.
I don't know who that is.
All right. Anyway, he's a superhero. He's a black superhero. He's number 2.
Black Panther. I take it back. I got a new one. I forgot that you could use those. All right. Arrow. Okay.
Flash.
Not Flash.
Black Panther.
Not Black Panther. The one guy from the fucking Thor.
Thor.
Yes.
He's a god. He's not a superhero.
Well, it's the same thing, is it not?
No, it's stupid. All right, so he's your number 2. Who's your number 3?
My number 3 would be Black Panther.
No. See, mine is Spider-Man, definitely, just because, I don't know, he's so cool. And then Luke Cage. If I had, number 3 is kind of a toss-up between, like, Batman. I like Green Lantern. He's pretty cool with, like, the ring, you know. And there's another one I was thinking of. The guy, he had like a TV show when we were kids. It was another black superhero, and he was like electric, and like Shaq was in one of the episodes. Like I don't remember the name of it, but it was really cool. Like he can control like electric and stuff. You know, hold on. You know, Google will help me. Hold on. And I'm glad you dropped Flash out because I think Flash is stupid. The dude can run fast. That's his only power. He can run really fast.
No, that's not his only power.
What's his other power?
He can run so fast that he can slow time and not only just slow time and get to that state, but he can travel through timelines because he can go into the Space Force.
I don't know. I don't get down with him. I don't. You know who else I hate? Iron Man. Dude ain't got no superpowers. He's just rich.
Yeah, he would be my 4th.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's just a smart as shit dude.
I don't like him. It might be Black Lightning. Is that him? That doesn't sound right, does it? No, that totally... Wait, did he have a cartoon? But I don't like superheroes that are like that, where it's like their only power is they got money or they're rich. Oh, no. Number 3. All right, number 1, Spider-Man. Number 2, Luke Cage. Number 3, is his name Daredevil? The blonde dude? He can like whoop your ass but not be able to hear you talk. Or he can't see you. Like he has like echolocation.
Fucking stupid.
I'm describing him like he's a retard.
Yeah, he just walks around.
No, he can talk fine. He can hear really well. and he can hear like if you step, he can hear it bouncing off of stuff. So by my description, what I imagine is just a dude walking around just clapping, and just waiting to hear what it bounces off of to know where to go. But no,
can I put Avatar on my list?
he's not a superhero.
Can I put Aang?
He's not a superhero.
Is he not?
He's an airbender.
He's an Avatar.
No, the definition of superhero is you are different from the universe you are in. There's a bunch of benders in that universe.
Yeah, but there's only a couple fucking.
But he's not
can do everything.
He's not one. Is he the only one?
Yeah, at
so.
in the episode.
The time, yeah. But still, he's not abnormal. You see a blonde dude whooping ass like Daredevil. That's abnormal, but that dude is a superhero. You see Luke Cage throwing a dude through a window and then just holding him there with like his pinky. That is abnormal. You see Spider-Man, flying through shit. That's abnormal. Now, I mean the Spider-Man where he can actually, and toss the line. Not the one where like he just wrapped duct taped cannons to his wrist and is just pushing a button. I mean the real Spider-Man. Were you not aware that was a thing?
I want to know why you're so passionate about this. I'm just dumbfounded right now.
Because I think people love superheroes that are so stupid. Captain America is stupid. The dude has a shield. What else does he have?
He's a super soldier.
Bro.
He got fucking injected with a fucking serum. He went from like his little itsy bitsy little kid, kind of looked like Trey in high school, and then he fucking got 6'5" and super buff.
I will say, after watching them, like one of the movies, I think it was Winter Soldier. Was that like the first one that they released?
I think
where they
that
showed
was
his backstory.
Yeah, I think that was the one.
I watched that one, and that I like him more, but I still don't like him. I don't like Captain America. I don't like Thor. I don't like Iron Man. I hate Iron Man. Iron Man's such a stupid.
That was watching those movies. That was honestly that'd be on the top list for movies that I've watched.
You could be Iron Man.
Yeah. He is like so smart. Okay. Obviously, he's a fucking billionaire, but he's so smart that he can take that money and actually fucking do something with it. All right? He can make these crazy inventions that nobody else has. I don't understand why you think that's stupid.
Because, dude, he's an inventor. Awesome. Why does he is such a narcissist. He has to be the one to wear the suit. Has anyone else wore the Iron Man suit?
Yes.
Who?
Have you watched any of them?
No!
Okay, maybe that's why you don't like him.
Well, then educate me. I can't. It's so stupid. I can't bring myself to watch it. Educate me. Who else has worn the Iron Man suit? I know he made a suit for Spider-Man and that stupid Far From Home or Homecoming or whatever. That's the dumbest Spider-Man movie. Y'all don't watch any of those movies, all right? Don't even think about it. Don't do it. I'll pay you not to do it if you're thinking about it. Don't watch them. They're so stupid.
He made a suit for, I don't know if the guy's name is Falcon, but he's the black guy that always has shades on. I
think it is Falcon. I think you're right.
Well, I think Falcon's the one with wings, and I'm pretty sure that he made the Falcon wings. But there's a black guy that's like Black Iron Man, right? And he has a suit that he made for him. It's like I don't want to say his sidekick, but his sidekick. And the suits are autonomous, like they can do their own. Crap.
I know, but he's a really smart dude. He ain't got no business being a superhero. I don't like Iron Man, dude. You're not gonna convince me to like Iron Man.
I don't remember what made him want to do that, but I
don't know much about his origin story either.
Oh, I know what it was. He is and started taking over his father's business that was creating weapons for the military and stuff. He didn't know much about the business side. He was all like inventions, okay. Right? But he owned the business. And he found out that he was given a presentation on the thing in Iraq and, shot the missiles and stuff. And then they were like, we want it. And then the military was buying his weapons. Then he found out that some of the weapons that he's made and has been selling that's going overseas to Iraq were actually funding like Al Qaeda or whatever.
Like ending up on the black market.
Yeah, and then he went there to try to dissemble the shit, or actually I don't think he was trying to dissemble. He was going away like to leave Iraq or whatever when his Hummer got blown up whatever, and he wrecked and stuff. Then he got captured by them, and they were like, "We need you to make that new weapon that you were showing them." And there was a scientist there already or a doctor there already that was helping him, but he got shrapnel stuck in his chest, and then he made the infinite power source thing that he's got right here, because that's actually part of his chest. That's his heart or whatever.
Okay.
Or no, it's a giant magnet that is keeping the shrapnel from going into his heart and killing him, or into his bloodstream or whatever. And then he was like, okay, I can use that as a power source. And then he started making the suit to try to get out of Iraq to, and I think that's pretty much where he started.
The way you tell it sounds pretty badass, but in reality, he's just a geek who gets captured and happens to fumble his way out of the situation. I ain't messing with Iron Man. I respect it. He's a really smart dude. That's not what I like in superheroes. Who's your favorite villain?
Then why do you like Batman?
Because he's trained. He went out. He's like, you know what? My parents got killed. I'm emotional. Albert's taking care of me. He's my butler. He's basically my father now. I'm going to go out. I'm going to train. I'm going to whoop some ass. I'm going to learn how to whoop ass. I'm coming back, and I'm whooping ass. I don't care about the cops. I don't care about the criminals. If you're breaking the law, you're breaking the law. I'm breaking your leg.
So do you like Arrow?
I do like Arrow. I've watched a little bit of Arrow, and I enjoy Arrow. But yeah, that's what I like in superheroes. So who's your favorite supervillain?
That's going to be a tough one because I don't watch a lot of
actual
comic shows and stuff like that.
My favorite is either Joker. I like Joker. I like Doc Ock. And
oh, I know. I already got mine.
Poison Ivy. I liked. She was badass. The Riddler was cool too. When Jim Carrey was the Riddler, that was pretty cool.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
They're all pretty much villains, right?
Virtually, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Falcon was. No,
Falcon wasn't on there.
No, he wasn't part of it. There was a guy that was like him, right?
Was it the dude that got killed like a half hour in?
I don't remember. Either way, the person that I'm saying is the girl, the Joker girl.
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, yes. And only the one in Suicide Squad because I think that she was fucking sexy. All right?
Okay,
I don't care.
Make her a good supervillain.
I don't give a fuck whether she's a good supervillain or not. If she can suck a good dick, dude, fuck. And crazy bitches always got the best pussy. I mean.
I guess so, man. I guess so.
You tell me she's not hot?
Yeah, no, for sure. Everything you just said was true. That doesn't make her my favorite supervillain. Although that is kind of why I like Poison Ivy. I'm not gonna lie, but my favorite is probably Joker and Doc Ock.
That's the only reason I use TikTok to go in there and look up.
That's the only reason anybody uses it.
Yeah, he's got these girls on there cosplaying. And
yeah, well, no, you're just into freaky stuff like that.
So you don't. Did you like the Bella Delphine stuff? That was.
Dude, I don't.
I have her OnlyFans.
You showed it to me.
Downloaded.
I'm not into it. I don't even have TikTok.
Okay, but we're not talking about TikTok. We're talking about Bella Delphine.
Dude, I barely know
OnlyFans.
who she is, and I don't care.
I got all the shit downloaded.
Now,
I found it on Reddit.
Now I'm gonna say, like, when it comes to OnlyFans, like, by all means, if people gonna pay for it, brother. I ain't paying for it. All right, there's Pornhub, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. I didn't mean to say YouTube.
I think that OnlyFans is not only like you can feel like you have a connection to the person that you're
paying to see pictures of them.
Yeah, but it's also people that I think that there's a different kind of let's say if we're talking about women, I think there's a different type of woman that would do like porn and on like Pornhub and stuff like that versus someone that would do OnlyFans, because a lot of the stuff that you see on OnlyFans, I've never subscribed to any OnlyFans, so I'm just talking from like Instagram models that I see that have it, and then I look it up on Reddit so I can see it too, right? But they're not doing like porn and crap like that. They're I want to say like an innocent type. Like, okay, this girl over here that's on Pornhub, she's getting a big old black dick shoved into that like little tiny frame, right? Okay, that's over here on
Yeah.
Pornhub. But then over here you got the girls that are just like posting like cute pictures and
But why
stuff
would you
like
pay for that?
that. Well, I think it's just a different.
I
It's
can't get behind the
different.
psychology of it. Of why would you pay to see somebody just post a regular picture?
I mean, they're provocative pictures.
But it's
or
nothing
like
that you couldn't see on
cosplays
like
and stuff.
Instagram.
It's just more content, I guess. And it's probably like they might have boobies out.
Well, I would rather answer this question. Would you be more likely to buy an OnlyFans of a girl that like you went to high school with?
I don't think I'd ever buy an OnlyFans.
If you were, obviously, I
subscription.
wouldn't either. But would you rather do it for this girl you never met or like a girl you went to high school with?
Okay, so you tell me if when you go on Pornhub, I don't know what kind of girls that you like or like what kind of like type of girls that you like. But when you go on Pornhub, it's usually like I want to say more skanky women that are take skanky how you will, but that are doing stuff to their bodies like plastic surgery and like getting boob implants and a bunch of crap like that. Hold on. And they've been fucking a lot. They've been fucked by a lot of different size men. Okay. But you want to find the video of the type of girls that you like, and let's say the type of girls that you like are like they got the little tiny waist, but not too tiny. That's makes it kind of disgusting, and they got like a real round booty and it's because they're working out and they got the round booty, not because they got implants and it's kind of like saggy, fucking weird looking. But you know what I'm talking about. You're not going to find that type of person, and it'd be really rare if you did on Pornhub. You would easily find it over here on OnlyFans, from their Instagram account that you're following,
Well,
like this
it all
model.
depends on what you want. You can find it anywhere. Because I don't prefer it. I mean, I don't like fake anything like that. I'm not down for. But I can perfectly find what I want on X videos and Pornhub for free. I can download off X videos for free. I can save. I can make playlists. I can do whatever I want.
I think you're pissing a lot of people off, so we're gonna drop this episode off here.
Hey, buddy, if you're paying for it, pay for it, brother. I don't care. Like I said, if it was a girl I knew from high school, I might pay for it. I don't know. I'd rather pay for somebody I've seen in real life, and so I can be like, that is what they look like in real life, compared to somebody I don't know. And it's like they're not walking around looking like that, you know.
Well, what I'm saying, okay, I'll put this one last thing here. Go on Instagram and look up, let's say, Exo Bruna. It's something along the Exo Bruna type. I don't remember exactly what her account's called, but it's something like that. You're not gonna find that type of girl on Pornhub, but she's on OnlyFans over here
Because you have to pay for it.
Yeah, I don't understand what.
I think you have a perception of the type of women that are on Pornhub, and that's why you think.
Well, would you sit here and this isn't even the point that I'm trying to get, but would you rather search for a long time, trying to keep your dick hard for an hour and a half, 2 hours, while you're trying to find a video
Does it take you 2 hours?
Shut up. That you want to beat off to, like trying to find that video for like 2 hours, keeping yourself hard and shit, and then at some point in between, you have to pee, so your dick's gonna have to get soft so you can pee because you can't beat off when you gotta pee. Or would you rather just go on OnlyFans and it take 2 seconds to, like, you got the Instagram of the girl that you like? And I can't believe that I'm arguing for the point of, yeah, go pay to look at girls naked instead of, I'm the type that's like, anything you want free, you can get it for free. You can probably Reddit's your best guess.
Everything on OnlyFans, I'm sure, has probably been on Reddit at least once. I can't do it, bud. And in that situation, you're talking about one, it doesn't take me 2 hours. It'd take me 30 seconds. You
have low standards, Brandon.
No,
because low standards.
No, because if I find a video where I'm like, yo, this is it, bro. I'm going to come back to
I'm
this.
saying that it's going to take 2 hours to find the video.
No, because I can just download it and then have it on my phone forever. Or save it. Add it to a playlist.
Well, why would you want to watch the same video over and over?
Because, dude, trust me, if you ever find that one video where it's like, this is it, you can download it. And then every time you need a fallback, you got it.
All right. And we are going to end it there. Appreciate all of you tuning in today.
All 35 of you. We love you. Each and every one of you.
This was a tough episode. We really covered a lot of tough topics.
Yeah, Brian means hard topics.
Hard topics to cover.
Keep hard.
Yeah, topics that we tried to keep hard at least. Yeah, like I said, thanks for all of you watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Or something.
We're new episodes every other Friday. Don't forget to subscribe or follow or like.
5-star rating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 5-star ratings. I always forget to say that in every single episode.
Or at least give us a rating.
You want us to make these more often, which there's probably a good chance that you don't. You need to go on Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever
Stitcher.
you fucking listen, and give us 5 stars, because we're not going to get the 5 stars will get us viewed by more people. Okay. That will put us farther up on the charts. Okay. That means farther up on the charts, more people are going to see us. More people that see us are going to allow us to, get more downloads, obviously. And then after the new downloads,
we make money.
We can start getting sponsors that aren't affiliate links. Hey, all right. So, yeah, we could
or
make
at least
more
give us
episodes.
your honest review. Like, we want to know what you think. We want your comment.
No, they're probably going to spam 1-star reviews.
At least they're reviewing, bud.
I guess so. All right.
If we ain't going to be the best reviewed podcast, damn it, we're going to be the worst.
We're going to be the best at being the worst. Thanks for watching today, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.